The following is a community access program. Shaw is proud to support local producers and share local voices, ideas, and opinions. For more information, please visit shawtv.ca. Opinions expressed in this programming do not necessarily reflect the views of Shaw or its employees.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of Thunder Bay, and welcome to BTV. I'm Zachary Millington, and here is what's going on in the world today. Goldman Sachs has estimated that the world's supply of gold and other valuable materials will run out within the next 2 decades. Since ancient times, humans have used the heavy, shining metal as a measure of wealth due to its scarcity. While gold production has been staying the same for over the past few years, there have been very few new discoveries of gold deposits compared to the previous years. Gold has several practical uses outside of its appearance, such as being used as a conductor in microprocessors. Only time will tell how the shortage may affect the electronics industry. A newly passed bill in Indiana has sparked public outcry and controversy. Indiana's new religious freedom law would allow religious business owners to discriminate and refuse service to members of the LGBT community. This has resulted in a boycott of the state by celebrities and even state governments, with travel plans and tours being canceled, as well as corporations banning business trips into Indiana while the law is still in effect. Sports teams seem to be meeting in Indiana for their games. The proposed Thunder Bay Event Center has been effectively canceled. Mayor Hobbs announced on Monday that the federal government had refused to allow the city of Thunder Bay to use the $23 million received for gas tax funding to pay for the construction. While this may not be an outright cancellation, the project will be shelved for the foreseeable future. We now go to our on-location anchor Ryan Woodbeck reporting on the Crime Stoppers video challenge.
Thunder Bay District Crime Stoppers and the Thunder Bay Catholic and Public District School Boards have just completed the Safe School Video Challenge with the help of the Confederation College BTV program. The challenge aims to highlight issues in local high schools such as criminal activity and bullying, allowing the students to bring up the problems that they see in a creative manner, while also signifying the importance of reporting said problems. Constable Julie Tilbury of the Thunder Bay Police Department talks about the partnership between the television broadcasting program and how it has affected the Crime Stoppers as an organization over the years.
Great way to get into the schools, get kids involved, and the partnership with Con College has been absolutely fantastic.
A team from Emory High School in Thunder Bay writes an original film which involves a crime of some sort occurring, and Crime Stoppers subsequently being called to intervene. The awards ceremony, held in the lecture theater at Confederation College, showed each of the films in sequence, and ended with each group receiving a participation certificate to be displayed at their home school. Films this year involved a fight between 2 students, a student being told to commit suicide, a gang of students terrorizing their classmates, rumors being spread, drug dealing, and cyberbullying. The winning film was called First They Came, a creative twist on a World War II era poem, from the perspective of someone who witnessed Axis forces taking groups of people away without doing anything about it, only to find himself without anyone to stand in his defense. We met with the film's creators and asked them about their inspiration for the project.
Earlier this year, some of us had a Spanish project and we decided to make a video for it. And after that, we all got interested into making videos, and we thought, what a great way to make a difference.
This event is organized annually by BTV and Crime Stoppers. If you're a high school student, next year could be your year to win. This is Ryan Woodbeck, BTV, signing off.
And now, here's the winners.
First they came for my neighbor, and I did not speak out because it wasn't me. Then they came for my friend, and I did not speak out because I was afraid. Then they came for Jen, and I did not speak out because I was alone. Then they came for me, and I thought that there was no one left to speak for me. But I was not alone. Someone finally stood up.
Don't be a bystander. Call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-8477.
A Thunder Bay woman lost one of her dogs in a wolf attack on the city's outskirts last week. Patty Wilson says that she let her 2 Australian Shepherds out on Thursday night, but when she called them back, only one returned. The body of the other dog, named Blue, was found near the home's driveway later that night. OPP have tweeted a warning for any other pet owners and parents in the area. Thunder Bay Police Department arrested a man at gunpoint early this morning. Police responded to a domestic disturbance call involving a knife at 4 a.m. Police say that the 35-year-old man was uncooperative, which is why guns were drawn during the arrest. The woman involved in the dispute suffered minor injuries. The expected court date for the man is sometime on April 1st. Netflix has expressed interest in removing its geo-blocking feature. This would make all content from all versions of Netflix available to everyone. Netflix has proposed this due to the abuse of VPN pirating, which lets you choose what region of Netflix you want to use, all from within your own country. Geo-blocking is generally considered one of the only negative features of Netflix. Angelina Jolie has had another surgery performed to reduce her chances of getting cancer. Jolie's doctor had detected early signs of ovarian cancer, and she made the choice to have them removed to negate the risk. Jolie's mother died of ovarian cancer in 2007, and she has also lost an aunt and grandmother to cancer. With a family history of cancer, it's understandable that one would choose to have a double mastectomy and ovarian surgery as preventative measures. Geophysicists have discovered the world's largest asteroid impact zone in Australia. The impact zone was discovered while drilling for geothermal research and spans over 400 kilometers. The 2 craters are believed to have been caused by 2 meteorites that spanned over 10 kilometers in diameter. People are up in arms over some past comments made by The Daily Show's new host. Trevor Noah, who has taken the place of Jon Stewart, is under fire for tweets and jokes that are seen as anti-Semitic and sexist. While some offside comments are generally forgiven by the comedy industry, there are many tweets directed specifically at people of Jewish descent, as well as many explicit sexual jokes about women. Many people, including comedy legend Roseanne Barr, have called for Noah to be fired. Next, we have a PSA on safe driving, but BTV will be right back.
Okay, we have gone over this before. When I'm driving, you leave me alone.
Hey, buddy. Of course I'll leave you alone. Text message. Another one. Email. Snapchat. Got another one. It's your alarm.
That's it. I'm putting you on silent.
Not silent. Not silent. Look out. Look out. Ah!
The Thunder Bay District Humane Society has a long track record of finding good forever homes for the animals that come into them. We here at BTV would like to showcase some of the pets that are currently up for adoption.
Hi there, I'm Tanisha and I'm a first-year broadcasting student at Confederation College. I am also audio for the 2015 Shaw Newscast. Here with me today is Murphy. He is a 5-year-old male lab mix who is also dominantly playful. He's been here a year and is looking for a good home. If you would like to adopt Murphy or any of the animals here today, you can call or email the Thunder Bay District Humane Society or come down to 1535 Roslyn Road.
Also check out the Thunder Bay District Humane Society's Take the Lead campaign. Help bring a spay or neuter clinic to Thunder Bay.
And now let's take a look at the local forecast. How does the weather look, Rebecca?
Thank you, Zach. Good afternoon and happy April Fools. Welcome to the BTV weather forecast. Breaking news of the day, Typhoon Maysak is currently heading towards the Philippines with a violent power level of 5 hurricane. A photograph was taken from the International Space Station on Wednesday and showed the storm from a calmer angle. We are expecting Maysak to weaken before making landfall across northern Philippines early Sunday. Its maximum sustained winds were at 260 kilometers, gusting higher on Tuesday as it lashed parts of the associated states of Micronesia. It has so far killed at least 5 people across the island. The country is a regular target for typhoons, some of which have had a tragic impact. In November 2013, Typhoon Haiyan lashed the central Philippines and was ultimately blamed for almost of 7,000 deaths. Maysak, meanwhile, will weaken to level 3 by Saturday, but will likely still be level 1 by Sunday. As for today's forecast, all day we have gray skies with a slight breeze. It's -2, but feels like -6. This afternoon will be a +2 with mixed precipitation and feels like -2. Going into the evening, we are still sitting at 2, but will feel like -3. Overnight, we have a layer of fog sitting over the city, and the temperature will remain humid 2 degrees, but with the chilly feeling of -2. The temperature for this state back in 1960 was sitting at -2 degrees also. Thursday morning, we can expect a brisk +1, feeling like -3, with a bit of sun and 100% humidity. But that good weather will only last us until Thursday evening. Sadly, it drops back down to 4 with a small chance of sleet. Coming Friday, April 3rd, mainly sunny and sitting at -3, but will feel like -9. Saturday, April 4th, we are expecting a few fluffy flurries and will be sitting at a frosty -5 degrees and will feel like almost 11. So don't put away your coat quite yet. Sunday, April 5th will be mainly sunny, but don't be fooled because we will be sitting at -4, but it will feel like a -7. Monday, 6th, we will see a few more fluffy flurries and we'll be sitting at -1, but will feel like -5. Tuesday, April 7th is calling for light snow and sitting at -3 and will feel like -9. Wednesday, 8th, we will have a mix of sun and clouds sitting at -2, but feels like -5. In conclusion, I'd say don't put away your coats or shovels because Canada is as unpredictable as ever. We'll be right back after this quick message.
You want to talk about sports now?
Should we talk about sports now?
Let's talk about sports now. Let's get ready to rumble! This is Miller time. 5 years, a lot can happen. LeBron James proved you can buy and sell a title twice. Tony Stewart accidentally ran over a guy and almost walked away from the sport. The Undertaker's 21-0 streak broken. You know what? Sports entertainment, but he's still an athlete. I give it to him. But you know what else we've been waiting for 5 years? Fight night of the century. Mayweather, Pacquiao. This is gonna be it, or is it? You know what? It's kind of like a steak. You want it medium rare, but might come to you well done. It's been a while. There have been allegations of drug testing gone wrong. There have been fights with their management, money disputes, getting all along the way of this thing. And deep at its center, at its core, what I believe to be is the problem: legacy. Every fighter on earth right now wants a legacy. He wants a definition of his time here on earth and what his legacy has meant to the game. Frazier had a legacy of fighting Ali. Ali had a legacy of standing up for what was right. Mayweather has a legacy, up until this point, of being undefeated. 47-0. That's a big number. Pacquiao, younger, more fights, and a 66% knockout ratio. But he has 5 losses, thus a little bit less on the line. I think that's at the core of this whole argument. Who wants to put up that kind of legacy on the line? What is the reason to do it? Could it save boxing? Maybe. Boxing's long been a parody of itself to begin with. And then you've got everything else on the line. What's there to gain? Who knows? I'm not entirely sure, but it could just be 5 years too late. And this has been Miller Time.
Hello everyone, I'm Justin Hootler.
And I'm Alex Miller, and this is the sporting news you need to know for this week.
The CFL Combine is being held this week, preparing players and teams for the upcoming draft. The draft will be held in Toronto on May the 12th. Athletes performing this week are from the CIS and NCAA. The attendees will hope to improve their draft stock by competing in events like the 40-yard dash or the vertical jump. The combine is set to test physical and mental limits while also testing how you perform against your peers. The competition is tough, and players will hope this is the beginning of a successful career.
This Saturday comes UFC Fight Night 63, a fairly underweight class featuring only one heavyweight bout in the entirety of the match. The main card features featherweights Chad Mendes and Ricardo Lamas squaring off, putting rather impressive records on the line. Other notable bouts include Octagon veteran Clay the Carpenter Guida versus Robbie Peralta, also in the featherweight division. And the prelims include Gray Maynard versus Alexander Yakovlev in lightweight.
The 2015 Major League Baseball season is almost upon us once again. The Toronto Blue Jays will be hoping to improve on last season, which came at a very disappointing end where they didn't make the playoffs. Toronto also has a lot of new faces this spring, including all-star third baseman Josh Donaldson, who was acquired in a trade mid-November. Toronto will be looking to start off strong this year as the regular season kicks off this week with the Blue Jays visiting Baltimore and the New York Yankees.
As in the earlier story, with Duke, Michigan State, Wisconsin, and Kentucky heading to the Final Four tournament in Indiana, one team will not be joining them. UConn coach Kevin Ollie and his staff are abiding a travel ban placed by the state's governor in regards to the trip to the Indiana for the Final Four tournament in the NCAA competition and all of its surrounding events. This is in response to the recent passing of the religious freedom law in Indiana State. Governor Dannell P. Malloy and other critics, including the UConn president Susan Herbst and Ward Manuel, UConn's athletic director, have contended that the law could be used by businesses to refuse service to LGBT clientele. Ward Manuel has told the Associated Press that he finds the law unacceptable and hopes the law is changed before UConn or other programs and institutions must boycott and similar tournaments. Now, from professional sports, let's take a look at some potential mascots.
Hi, I'm Sky Gillis, a first-year broadcasting student at Confederation College and a camera operator for the 2015 Shawcast. And right here I have Charlotte. She is 8 years old and she is a long-haired Himalayan. She's been at the shelter here for a month now. And she is very vocal, as you can hear. And if you want to come and adopt her or any other animals at the shelter here, email or call the Thunder Bay District Humane Society or just come down to 1535 Rosslyn Road.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, and welcome to Entertainment News. After the brand new live-action retelling of Disney's classic Cinderella was released, Disney fans everywhere were ecstatic. And now you can bet that Disney will continue on with this live-action trend. Disney is now looking into a live-action version of another classic, Mulan.
The internet has been blowing up about this and has already casted Ming-Na Wen as the Mulan role. She's up for the challenge too. Here are some tweets. We hope to see Ming-Na as the lead role too. She was the voice of Mulan in 1998 classic After All. Oh, and the hot and sexy 50 Shades of Grey lead actor Jamie Dornan stalked a woman to prepare for his role in BBC's Fall.
Jamie, who plays a serial killer, Paul Spector, in the new hit show, told the Los Angeles Times that he got into character before getting on set by actually following a woman. Although the actor described the feeling of following a woman as exciting, he also mentioned that he didn't like the idea of being tied down to the role of a serial killer for the rest of his career.
I wouldn't mind if such a hottie like him would stalk me someday.
Well, moving on. This year's iHeartRadio Awards show was a big hit. During the half hour that featured performances by Rihanna and Sam Smith, the viewings went way up.
The Haffa contained part of Justin Timberlake's Innovator Award acceptance speech, Rihanna's live rendition of Better Have My Money, and Sam Smith's studio recording version of Lay Me Down was ranked as the most watched portion of Sunday's iHeartRadio Music Awards ceremony.
Covering 9 to 9:30 p.m., there was approximately 5.8 million viewers. Speaking of music, here's a look at Thunder Bay's own local music scene.
Kevin O'Connor reporting live on Red River Road in the waterfront area. This area is home to several establishments such as the Foundry, the Black Pirates Pub, and the Apollo. These places also feature live music performed by local musicians of Thunder Bay. But what is it about Thunder Bay's local music scene that makes it so interesting? What is it all about?
Find yourself out in the town Friday or Saturday night, you may come across a local musician.
My name's Chris Lamont. I play double bass.
Cameron Hopkins, and I'm playing in Everlong, we're a Foo Fighters cover band.
I'm Tim Walters, and I'm playing ukunen.
I'm John Reed, I'm playing in ukunen and Everlong.
I'm Preston, and I'm playing in ukunen and Everlong.
Thunder Bay's local music scene features a multitude of both old and especially young musicians from a variety of different genres.
In Thunder Bay, there's a very diverse amount of music going on. I am a part of the Lakehead University music program, so through that you have a lot of musicians coming in from the town to take courses at the university, as well as you get exposed to a lot of classical music. There's always rock and roll, like metal music, pop music going on at bars, so I get like a little bit of everything.
We have some really, really cool local festivals here, like The Hunger or Music for the Masses, where every possible local music act is usually playing. You know, every venue has something different going on too. You don't come downtown, it's not like the same genre. Every bar usually has something different.
There's definitely some regulars that come out to shows pretty frequently. When you look at the crowd at Lumapalooza here, like a lot of these people you won't normally see out on a weekend at local shows, because this show is in support of the Lakehead Music Club, basically. So a lot of people are here to support that for that reason, but there's definitely like a good core regular audience that frequently attends shows downtown.
It's these local musicians that work and strive hard to help strengthen Thunder Bay's culture. This has been Kevin O'Connor, signing off.
Movie reviews?
Movie review!
Hey.
Yay! So Chappie was sort of crappy. It was just so sappy, and it made me want to have a nappy.
Okay, that's enough. Okay. So we're going to be reviewing Chappie. Chappie was interesting.
That's an understatement. It was very weird.
Okay, first, for those of you who don't know much about this movie, here's a little summary. In the near future, a mechanized police force patrols the streets and deals with lawbreakers. But now the people are fighting back. When one police droid is stolen and given new programming, he acquires the ability to feel and think for himself. While the robot, dubbed Chappie, puzzles out human behavior, the authorities seek to see him as a danger to mankind and order. They will stop at nothing to ensure that Chappie is the last of his kind. Okay, so while the movie had great concept and a whole lot of potential, the plot just got stranger and stranger as the movie went on. We won't give away any spoilers, but if you're planning on seeing it, just be prepared to have mixed feelings throughout. At least that's how we felt, so.
Yeah, however, one particular notable mention in this film is the camera work. There were some great shots and certain scenes were very beautifully composed and edited. There was great potential for this movie, but as he said, we were weirded out at times, but it did have Hugh Jackman.
It did have Hugh Jackman. So, I mean, IMDb gave this movie 3.5 stars out of 5, while Rotten Tomatoes only gave it 1.5 out of 5. So, I mean, our BTV rating of this movie, 2.5.
No, 2.
Okay, 2.
So that's
it for entertainment. Namaste.
Hallelujah. Do whatever you want.
Okay.
Namaste. Goodbye.
And here's a PSA.
Oh my God, can you just hurry up and order your food? Why are you here?
Welcome back to the news segment of BTV, and just before we end up throwing to the end of this show, we'd just like to thank you very much for watching, and I'd just like to say that the BTV program here at the college has been a great experience for all of us involved. We've met amazing people that we're all great friends with now, and we've got to work in a field that we love, and for that, here's a little preview of the BTV program.
Action.
You get a chance to try many different things, anything from editing to camera work to directing and producing. So you can really find that area that really suits you, where you can really stand out.
The staff is great. They've all been in the industry for countless years. They're really supportive, just the perfect people to guide you into the future of your career.
Being in the program, you make lots of lifetime friends with, older, younger people, and it's just a great experience.
Right from day one, you're pretty much hitting the ground running. You're given projects that you probably didn't think you'd be doing until the last semester, and really you're having a great time doing it.
I've learned so much in this program, and I'm going to take a lot away from this.
So, on behalf of all the BTV first-year students, thank you very much for watching Thunder Bay. Unfortunately, that seems to be all the time that we have this week, but be sure to tune in next week for the next edition of BTV. Stay classy, Thunder Bay. This is Zach Millington signing off.
The proceeding was a community access program. Shaw is proud to support local producers and share local voices, ideas, and opinions. For more information, please visit shawtv.ca. Opinions expressed in this programming do not necessarily reflect the views of Shaw or its employees.